What's up, guys? We're here at AMC Town Square with Chasing Cinema.
Mr. James Shoot.
.com?
Yes.
Because it's ChasingCinema.com.
Yeah, not jamesshoot.com, but
Just saying.
either way.
What's up, man?
Nothing much. As you know, and as you know if you follow us,
CinemaCon.
it's been a very long week. So to conclude this amazing week, which started on Monday, 8 a.m., bright and early, and went every night till about 11, 8 a.m. to 11 every day, till tonight. Now I'm here to see The Jungle Book for the first time. I actually didn't get to go to a critic screening because it was during this week while I was at CinemaCon. So I'm concluding this amazing cinematic week with this movie.
You're watching with the normal people like me?
Yes, the GA, as we like to call them in the critic screenings.
The normal people, the pathetic normal people.
But the Jungle Book.
Jon Favreau,
yeah.
Iron Man 1.
1967.
Blew everybody away.
Oh, okay, we'll go that direction for Jon Favreau, and you know he's continued to throw some hit and misses our way, you know, but he's.
I loved Chef.
Yeah, I did too. I saw Chef late. I actually saw Chef part of my 365-day challenge.
That's pathetic.
And this is actually day 102, guys.
Ooh.
Can you believe it? We are climbing the ladder. I'm already in triple digits. Anyway, yeah, I love Chef too. Chef was awesome. But this is quite the project. I mean, obviously, I'll actually even talk about it. Disney did a beautiful presentation at CinemaCon where they showed a lot of clips of upcoming stuff. But they pretty much had mentioned that they are pioneering the modern fairy tale, and they talked about their live-action remakes. You know, we have Beauty and the Beast coming up.
Emma Watson, woo!
We have had Maleficent. We've had Cinderella.
Angelina Jolie, woo!
And I know there's more that I'm forgetting, but we were kind of really tackling
Supposedly Aladdin's in the works.
Yeah, I mean, well, they didn't announce that, but yeah, but that's going on. So I'm sure we're going to be getting a lot of this, but they are really trying to capture the modern fairy tale.
Cinderella.
So let's go back in time to little Mr. James Shoe when he was about knee-high to a duck. Did you watch The Jungle Book?
No, I've never seen The Jungle Book.
Really? You've never seen that?
I've never seen this movie.
Wow, okay. Well, I have. I haven't seen it in a very long time. Like, I don't think I've rewatched this film in recent, like probably in the last 10 years or so. It's been a while because I don't remember much of it. I do remember my favorite song out of the movie, which is "I Want to Be Like You, and Talk Like You." Yeah, you know.
Wow.
So I do really love that song. And but Jungle Book was never like a favorite of mine, right? Like it was no Lion King. It didn't have like that place in my heart. But I enjoyed the movie.
Hey, that's okay.
And then, did you ever see Mowgli's Story then? I
Nope,
believe it's called?
I don't know anything.
So Mowgli's Story was actually a live-action story that was made in, I believe, in the 90s. And Mowgli was like a teenager. And none of the animals talked, but they were actual animals. And from what I remember owning it on VHS. I remember watching it a lot, but I at the same time I don't remember very much. So, but now we're back and we have The Jungle Book once again. Bill Murray.
Scarlett Johansson.
Idris Elba.
Oh. Woo.
Christopher Walken.
Nwanga Lopitu. I didn't say that right at all. I'm sorry.
A lot of the names, yeah. But
Star
big
Wars
cast.
girl. Maz Kanata.
Lupita Nyong'o.
Yes,
That's
why I attempted to say.
Yeah, you said it backwards. You confused me for a second. Yes, huge Star Wars cast. Huge all-star cast here. Yeah, and obviously this movie has been
Christopher Walken.
Really talked.
Yeah, sorry.
have been like talked about the visual style, the visual effects.
At Comic-Con, Jon Favreau comes up on stage and says, "What you're about to see is the most technologically advanced film ever done in the history of film." And keep in mind, whatever you're about to see is all CG, is what he said, and then it blew everyone's head off, and now we have that day coming today.
How do you feel about, how did you feel about the trailer, though? Like, see, to me, when I first
It didn't get me jacked up, honestly.
Yeah, it didn't either for me. And for me, I think that I still wasn't really sold on the effects yet. But yesterday, during the Disney presentation, we got a little sneak peek.
Is that before or after you met Chris Pratt?
That was, good question, before. I met Chris Pratt afterwards.
Got it.
Yeah, we have a lot of interviews coming up. Just real quick, if you haven't been watching our CinemaCon coverage, what are you waiting for? Check it out. The white eyes right up here. Go down. You'll be able to find all that fun stuff. But now where was it? Oh, so they showed us a little sneak peek of this movie.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it was that theater. We'll find out. But I don't know if it was the Coliseum's beautiful state-of-the-art technology that everyone at CinemaCon got hooked up. But
Was that before or
it
after you
looked
saw
amazing.
Civil War?
That was before. They screened Civil War right after that.
Got it.
But moving forward,
Very
The Jungle
quickly.
Book. I'm ready. Are you?
How long's the movie?
About 2 hours. About hour 45. 2 hours, I think.
All right, let's see if we'll care about Mowgli.
Let's do it.
All right, so we just got out of the Jon Favreau's The Jungle Book. I'll go first if you don't know how this works out. I thought it was fantastic. I loved the film, and I thought that the CG is frighteningly good. And I know I said this before to you. I know I said this before, but I'll say it again. Is how cool it would be if time travel really was possible, and you could show this movie to someone in, like, I don't know, 1940s or 1900s. They would literally think, "Oh my gosh, the world has turned into a place where animals can talk English." I thought it looked so real, and again, the whole movie's in a green screen in Hollywood,
Yep.
in California, and that alone is an accomplishment. It was amazing. To
Really,
me.
the only real thing is Mowgli.
The little boy.
Yeah.
That's it. And I thought the little boy is fantastic. He's like 10 or 12 or whatever, however. He's extremely young, and I thought he did a fantastic job. I loved all the characters, and Shere Khan. Idris Elba did what Idris Elba does. I really hope he becomes James Bond. I think that would be so cool to be able to see him as James Bond. But anyway, I thought he was great, and I think that they did a really good. I think they did a really good job explaining why he's as mad as he is toward humans, or toward at least the human cub. And for me, I just had a lot of fun in this movie, and unfortunately, I had more fun in this movie than Batman v Superman probably.
Yeah.
You know?
Real quick, just out of curiosity now, did you know what the story was? Like, did you know about the
I knew
story
nothing.
of Jungle Book? Okay,
Literally
so you had
knew
no
nothing.
idea. Okay.
So I don't even know how accurate this was to the animated cartoon.
Well, I was thinking that myself. I was like, I really don't know if it's super accurate because there's a lot that I don't remember. But obviously, I remember key plots. But did you mentioning Shere Khan, Idris Elba? Did you mention him because he was your favorite?
I mean, I think he was great, and I think you understand his pain, and I think you understand why he is the way he is. And Scarlett Johansson's character was cool, but she didn't really have a role.
No.
Her role, I think, in the movie was maybe 5 minutes. And
I think in the animated film, Ka's
same thing?
not very apparent. No.
Okay, so that's okay.
I think she gets the song in. The song is actually in the ending credits of this film, so she doesn't get the song in, but she mentions it. But yeah, I think that's the only real difference.
Okay, yeah, that was cool how they were able to incorporate Bare Necessity and King Louis. He had his song, and then I think that scene
Last
too
one, yeah.
with King Louis was really, really cool too. So I really just enjoyed the film. I think everyone should watch it. I think this movie's gonna make a lot of money, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think this movie's gonna make a
I'm sure
lot
it's
of
going
money.
to do quite big. Pretty much enjoyed this film. This movie going into it had so much hype behind it, right? And I think that I was really anticipating a huge, experience. And you know what, CinemaCon, for those of you that don't know, is a meeting of NATO, the National Association of Theater Owners, to enhance the movie-going experience, to really remind us all that going to the movies will never be replaced by anything. No matter what they do, there's nothing like going into the movies. And I think this movie is a perfect example of that. You need to be in a dark room,
Yeah.
you need to be with an audience, and you need to look at that gigantic screen and that beautiful sound. Make sure to come watch. If you haven't seen the movie yet, make sure to come here at AMC, where they'll be opening up new theaters, hopefully.
Dolby and
this
IMAX.
weekend. Yes, and because that's the way to watch.
Dolby opened up this
movie.
week, and next
Yeah.
week is IMAX.
It'll be amazing. I want to come back just so I could watch this in that format. But I enjoyed The Jungle Book. I just can't say that I loved it. I don't think the movie.
Did I say I loved it? I didn't, right?
No,
Okay,
you didn't.
yeah, it was really. I loved it. It was great.
You
It was great.
do love it.
No, I didn't. It was
Okay.
great.
Yeah,
was
but see,
great.
to me, I enjoyed it for the most part. I think I really enjoyed the CGI. I mean, I think the movie kind of has this odd balance, though, where it tries to be very realistic and very real and very kind of serious. Well, not necessarily serious, but it has this kind of more of not so much of a kiddie musical type feel. And then there's a few parts in the movie that they break out into music. It's not a musical, but there are, like you said, a few moments where the songs are. I think Bare Necessities was perfect. It fit that scene, it works in that moment. But as much as I kind of dig the King Louis song, and I sang it earlier, that's my favorite song in the movie, I felt that song was out of place. I didn't think it belonged in that scene. I preferred how Kaz was actually in the end. Or even King Louis. He could have sang it at the end just like that, but I don't think it worked in that scene. I think that's kind of one of the struggles we have in this movie, is that it kind of counterbalances this serious, really, I don't want to say adult, but not little kiddish type musical and fun, but occasionally does fall to that. I think Bill Murray is really in his element here. I think everyone is voice casted really well. But like I don't know if you agree, but Idris Elba, hands down, was on his A game in this role. He was perfectly cast.
Beast mode, man.
I loved everything
Beast
about his
mode.
voice, about his tone, about his presentation. I think the CGI, I think the visual effects are awesome. I think that some parts of the film, it tried to be very realistic to a T almost, but then other characters are notably more cartoony and not super realistic, and I think that kind of mix of blending both theme-wise of that adult and then the musical side, and then the very surreal, realistic, and then the kind of cartoony characters are what kind of threw me off. Mowgli, I think Mowgli had a lot on his plate. Oh, I don't know if that's the right term. Like
Palette?
I think that there was a lot.
Chest, shoulders,
It was a very hard role.
ankles.
This poor kid is the only real thing in the movie, and he's interacting with, with green screens, and, I'm not sure exactly how they would shoot scenes with other characters, but he had a lot kind of going against him, and I don't think he was wonderful. Like, I don't think he's going to stick with me like Jacob Tremblay. The world fell in love with that kid. He's all over the place, but I thought he was good. I didn't think he was great. I think there were some sequences where you could kind of tell that he was more on the amateur side, but at the same time, I think that you also have to remember that he's not just playing a boy that's grown up and living in society. He's also a boy who's grown up in the jungle and grown up in wolf society. So he's not going to be as fluent and as smooth and as quick as kids are now, right? Like, we can't expect him to be like us because he's not like us. He was raised by wolves. So I think he balanced that scene quite well. But I think there was a few scenes where it was a bit tough to kind of really care about him. But overall, I think it was a good movie. I enjoyed it. I don't think it was better than Zootopia. I don't think it
No,
was...
I had more fun in Zootopia. I loved Zootopia.
Yeah, I don't think I loved this movie, but
Zootopia.
I really, really enjoyed it. But I am very, very interested in 2018 when we discover Andy Serkis's version of The Jungle Book, and I wonder what he's going to do differently.
I'm sure that one's gonna be a very more mature
Yeah.
version of Jungle Book.
Which I think adults and here's the thing is, like, I wonder, Mr. Aaron, would you take your 6-year-old to this movie? Like, do you think this was too intense for him? Because that's what I was wondering.
Maybe.
Like, I don't know. I don't know how you feel. Like, I feel like
I don't know if I would bring Theodore.
You don't know if you bring Theodore?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Theodore might get scared. Like, I think that this is a perfect movie for a little bit more older kids and adults, and I think it could be family film. I don't know how young I'd bring a kid to. Like, I see a lot of parents wanting to bring their kid, but some stuff gets pretty intense. But overall, like I said,
Maybe
I think
just
I
do
enjoyed
that.
it.
I don't know.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I mean, that's kind of hard, but who knows? I don't know. I've never been really good at gauging that because I don't know. Kids go see Captain America and go see Iron Man and these movies, which are pretty intense in themselves, and they
Murdering
don't- they
thousands
don't-
of people?
Yeah, they don't bat an eye. So maybe I'm just kind of old-fashioned. But there was some stuff that was pretty intense in this movie, especially Shere Khan. Shere Khan was
Shere Khan's first scene with the
wolf?
the father.
Yeah, I know.
I
Right?
looked at Aaron. I was just like, dude, he just. That was intense.
Yeah, but overall, I think the movie was good. I think it's definitely going to be getting a lot of.
I think it's gonna make a lot of money.
I think it's gonna make a lot of money, and I think it's going to be talked about again at the end of the year, probably for visual effects.
Has to be.
I think that their work can't be
No-brainer.
ignored here. Ben Kingsley, which we didn't really talk about,
Oh,
he
yeah.
was also really good in the movie.
Yeah.
He's only one of the main characters, was quite good in the movie. But yeah,
ChasingCinema.com/
The Jungle Book.
full on review, written by
Myself. Well, we'll just meet the video for
Jacob
right now.
Barr,
Yeah.
Toronto. I was just kidding.
No,
So just go to
that's-
ChasingCinema.com.
Yeah.
You can see all the good stuff on all the
I
CinemaCon
gotta go
stuff.
write it now because I've been at CinemaCon all week. But make sure, yeah, that's right. Go check out all my CinemaCon coverage. The 6 major presentations I've done a recap for. I've talked about. I'm doing a final day recap. I have interviews with Jesse Eisenberg, with the cast of Independence Day Resurgence, or as the cool kids like to say, IDR. Hashtag IDR. I learned that today when I was tweeting.
And don't forget also, if you
else?
don't follow Chasing on Twitter, it's at Jacob
Toronto. Link down below, as well as at Jason.
Vivica Fox.
Yes. Vivica
Anna
Fox.
Kendrick?
Anna Kendrick.
Wait, what did I say?
Vivica Fox?
Okay, yeah, Vivica Fox, Anna Kendrick. Woo!
Yeah, I've had a crush on those 2 women for quite some time.
Got selfies with them?
Anna Kendrick I saw in Twilight, and I was like, I love her. And yeah, I got to meet her today, and that was
I
really
love
cool.
it.
She was with
I
Adam.
forgot she was in Twilight.
Yeah, so did the one over here off camera. She was like, what?
Your love.
Yeah.
Holla.
But she was with Adam Devine and Zac Efron. That interview will be going up on our YouTube channel. We have also interviews with Bryce Dallas Howard as she talks about her upcoming film, Pete's Dragon. I know there's someone else too that we interviewed. We interviewed a lot of people.
It's gonna be a lot.
Susan Sarandon also did a lovely interview. That one, unfortunately, is probably going to come out a little bit dark because she didn't get on stage because I guess she broke her foot doing a hike. So she had to stay off the stage. But we have a lot of good things coming up. Lex Luthor himself, we talked to him, and that was quite fun. So make sure to tune in. I'm also going to do like a photo montage of all the photos I took.
And we'll be back in
Something
7 days for what?
Next week we have, don't tell me, I know, Huntsman, the Huntsman sequel.
Okay, Emily Blunt.
And I think there's something else, but I can't.
Charlize Theron. Woo!
CinemaCon has absorbed my mind for this week, so
Chris
I'm kind of
Hemsworth.
all getting back in the groove.
Yeah, Chris Hemsworth, Thor himself.
Yes, Chris.
Okay,
Hemsworth.
we'll be back, and don't forget that ChasingCinema.com is known as
Film Love's website.